Hey everyone, have you ever heard of something called sea moss? It sounds a bit strange, maybe like something you'd find tangled on the beach. But guess what? This stuff is like a secret treasure from the ocean. People are starting to call it a superfood. And I'm always curious about things that come straight from nature, things that can make us feel good. It's amazing what the planet provides if we just look. This little sea plant is packed with goodness, and it's been around for ages. It's time we all learned a bit more about this ocean wonder. Sea moss is totally making waves right now, and not just in the ocean. You might see it popping up in health food stores or in smoothies. People are really getting excited about it. Why all the buzz, you ask? Well, it seems this humble sea vegetable is loaded with things our bodies love. It's not some complicated, man-made supplement. It's just a simple plant from the sea. And sometimes, the simplest things are the most powerful, right? I find that pretty awesome. It's like nature's way of giving us a little boost, straight from the deep blue. My journey, as you might know, often involves looking for sustainable and healthy ways to live. I'm always exploring what the earth has to offer. When I first heard about sea moss, I was intrigued. What was this stuff really? Could it actually do all the amazing things people were saying? It sounded almost too good to be true. So I started digging, learning, and listening. It's incredible to think that people have known about its benefits for centuries in different cultures. We're just sort of rediscovering its magic now, which is super cool. So, in this article, we're going to dive deep into the world of sea moss. We'll explore what it is, where it comes from, and all the cool ways it can help us feel healthier and more energetic. Think of it as your friendly guide to understanding this ocean gem. We'll keep it simple, share some fun facts, and even give you ideas on how you can try it yourself. Ready to unlock some secrets from the sea? Let's get into it and see what this superfood is all about. It's going to be an interesting ride learning about nature's power. Getting to know sea moss. Okay, so what is sea moss, really? It's not actually a moss like the green fuzzy stuff you see on trees or rocks on land. That was one of the first things that surprised me. Sea moss is actually a type of algae. Specifically, it's a species of red algae. Its scientific name is Chondrus crispus, but most people know it as Irish moss or simply sea moss. It grows in the ocean, clinging to rocks. Imagine it like an underwater garden full of these unique, frilly plants. It's pretty fascinating to think about how different life is under the waves. This amazing sea vegetable typically grows along the rocky parts of the Atlantic coast. You can find it thriving in places like North America, Europe, and even the Caribbean islands. It loves the cooler waters. It doesn't have roots like land plants. Instead, it uses a little anchor called a holdfast to attach itself to rocks and submerged stones. This allows it to stay put while the ocean currents wash over it, bringing it all the nutrients it needs to grow. It's a tough little plant surviving in a pretty dynamic environment. Nature always finds a way, doesn't it? You might be surprised to learn that sea moss comes in a few different colors. The most common ones you'll hear about are gold, purple, and sometimes green. The color can depend on where it grows and the specific conditions of the water. Some people believe that the different colors might offer slightly varied nutritional profiles, but they are all generally considered super beneficial. The golden variety is often sun-dried, which can change its color. The purple one often retains more of its original pigment. It's cool how diverse nature can be, even within one type of plant. Harvesting sea moss is often done by hand by people who know the ocean well. They carefully collect it from the rocks, sometimes during low tide or by diving. It's really important that it's harvested sustainably. This means taking only what's needed and allowing the sea moss beds to regrow and thrive. We have to respect the ocean and its resources. When we choose sea moss, looking for sources that practice responsible harvesting helps protect these amazing underwater ecosystems for the future. It's all about balance, you know? Taking care of the planet while it takes care of us. One of the biggest reasons people are so into sea moss is because it's absolutely packed with minerals. I mean, seriously loaded. Get this. Some say it contains 92 of the 102 essential minerals our bodies need to function properly. That's almost everything. Think of it like a natural multivitamin that grows in the sea. It's got things like calcium for strong bones, magnesium for muscle function, potassium for heart health, and so much more. It's pretty incredible that one plant can offer such a wide array of nutrients. Our bodies are complex, and they need all these little building blocks. Another super important benefit is its support for your thyroid. Your thyroid is a small gland in your neck, but it plays a huge role in your metabolism, energy levels, and even your mood. To work right, your thyroid needs iodine. And guess what? Sea moss is a fantastic natural source of iodine. Not too much, not too little. Just a good amount to help keep your thyroid happy and functioning as it should. When your thyroid is balanced, you tend to feel more energetic and your body processes food more efficiently. It's all connected, which is pretty neat. Let's talk about your gut. Digestive health is so important for overall well-being. Sea moss can be a great friend to your digestive system. It acts as a prebiotic. Prebiotics are like food for the good bacteria that live in your gut. When these good guys are well fed, they thrive, and that helps keep your digestion smooth and your gut healthy. Sea moss also has a mucilaginous texture, which means it can be very soothing for the mucous membranes in your digestive tract. So it can help calm things down if your stomach is feeling a bit off. And who doesn't want a stronger immune system, right? Especially with all the bugs going around these days. Sea moss can give your immune system a helpful boost. It's rich in vitamins like vitamin C, which is famous for its immune-supporting properties. It also contains amino acids, antioxidants, and antiviral compounds. These all work together to help your body defend itself against germs and infections. So, adding a bit of sea moss to your routine might just help you fight off those seasonal sniffles and stay feeling strong. Nature's little shield. We all have those days when our energy just dips, especially in the afternoon. Well, sea moss might be able to help with that too. It's a good source of B vitamins, particularly riboflavin, which is B2, and folate, which is B9. B vitamins are super important because they help your body convert the food you eat into usable energy. So instead of that energy slump, you might find you have more sustained energy throughout the day. It's not like a jolt from caffeine, but more like a steady, natural energy that keeps you going. Who wouldn't want that? Beyond physical energy, sea moss can also play a role in supporting your mood and mental well-being. This is something I find really interesting. It's packed with potassium, a mineral that's crucial for the proper functioning of our nerve cells, including those in our brain. Adequate potassium levels are associated with reduced stress and anxiety, and can contribute to a more positive outlook. So, by nourishing your body with these essential minerals, you might also be nourishing your mind and helping to keep your spirits bright. It's all about that mind-body connection. Okay, let's talk skin. Everyone wants that healthy glow, right? Sea moss isn't just good for you on the inside, it can be amazing for your skin too. It's known for its hydrating properties. When used topically, like in a gel or a mask, it can help soothe dry, irritated skin. Some people find it helpful for conditions like eczema or psoriasis because of its anti-inflammatory qualities. It also contains citrulline arginine, compounds that can help synthesize collagen, keeping skin looking plump and youthful. So it's like a little spa treatment from the ocean. Pretty cool. And here's a bonus for anyone who likes to stay active or hit the gym. Sea moss can help with muscle recovery. After a good workout, your muscles need nutrients to repair and rebuild. Sea moss contains amino acids like taurine, which is known to help with muscle soreness and support recovery. It also has anti-inflammatory properties that can help reduce post-exercise inflammation. So, adding some sea moss to your post-workout smoothie could be a great way to help your body bounce back faster and feel ready for your next adventure. Nature's recovery fuel. Here's a really cool piece of history for you. Sea moss isn't some new health fad. People have been using it for centuries. One of its most well-known historical uses was in Ireland, especially during the Irish potato famine in the 19th century. When food was scarce, people turned to Irish moss, which is sea moss, as a source of nourishment. It helped them survive because it was packed with minerals and could be made into a sort of jelly or broth. It's amazing to think of this humble seaweed as a historical lifesaver. It shows how resourceful people can be with nature's gifts. Ever wondered what makes some ice creams or puddings so smooth and thick? You might be surprised to learn that sea moss, or rather a substance extracted from it called carrageenan, is often the secret ingredient. Carrageenan is a natural thickener and stabilizer used in a lot of food products, from dairy alternatives like almond milk to processed meats and desserts. So there's a good chance you've actually eaten sea moss derivatives without even realizing it. It's pretty wild how this sea plant finds its way into so many things in our daily lives, often hidden in plain sight. It's not just humans who benefit from sea moss. Animals in the ocean love it too. Various sea creatures, like sea urchins and some types of fish, munch on sea moss as part of their diet. It's an important part of the marine food web. This just shows how interconnected everything in nature is. The plants feed the animals, and the ocean provides for everyone. When we think about sea moss, it's good to remember it plays a role in a much larger ecosystem. It's a reminder to respect and protect our oceans, the source of so much life. Think of sea moss like the ocean's version of broccoli or kale. You know how those land vegetables are super dense in nutrients and good for you? Well, sea moss is kind of similar, but it comes from the sea. It's just packed with so many different vitamins, minerals, and beneficial compounds, all in one simple plant. This analogy makes it easier to understand why it's considered such a powerhouse. It's not magic, it's just nature, concentrating a lot of goodness into one place. And we're lucky enough to be able to access it. Pretty awesome. So, you're probably wondering, how can I actually use this sea moss stuff? One of the easiest and most popular ways is to add it to your smoothies. First, you'll need to prepare sea moss gel, which we'll talk about in a sec. Once you have the gel, you can just scoop a tablespoon or two into your blender along with your favorite fruits, veggies, and maybe some plant-based milk. The great thing is that it has a very mild taste, so it usually doesn't change the flavor of your smoothie much at all. It just adds a creamy texture and a whole lot of nutrients. But smoothies aren't the only option. Sea moss gel is super versatile. You can stir it into soups, stews, or broths to make them a bit thicker and more nutritious. Some people add it to their morning oatmeal or yogurt. You can even mix it into juices, teas, or your morning coffee if you like. Because it's pretty neutral in flavor, it can be a secret healthy ingredient in many of your favorite dishes. It's all about experimenting and finding what works for you. A little bit can go a long way in boosting your meals. Beyond eating it, sea moss is also fantastic for your skin, as we mentioned. You can use sea moss gel directly as a face mask or a skin soother. Just apply a thin layer to your clean skin, let it dry for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then rinse it off. It can feel really hydrating and calming, especially if your skin is a bit sensitive or dry. Some people even add it to their bathwater for an all-over skin treat. It's like bringing a bit of the ocean's spa right into your home. Natural skincare is the best. Now, how do you make that sea moss gel? It's actually pretty simple. First, you take dried sea moss and rinse it really well to remove any sand or salt. Then you soak it in clean, filtered water for several hours, or even overnight. It will expand and become soft and jelly-like. After soaking, you rinse it again, and then blend it with a little fresh water until it's smooth and has a consistency similar to applesauce. Store your fresh sea moss gel in an airtight container in the fridge, and it should last for a few weeks. Easy, right? So, as you can see, sea moss is a pretty incredible gift from the ocean. We've talked about how it's packed with almost all the minerals our bodies need, which is just mind-blowing. It can help support your thyroid, keep your digestion happy, and give your immune system a nice little boost. Plus, it might even help with your energy levels, mood, and give your skin that healthy glow. That's a whole lot of goodness coming from one humble sea plant. It really shows how powerful nature can be when we tap into its resources respectfully. If all this has got you curious, maybe it's time to give sea moss a try yourself. Like with anything new you're adding to your routine, it's always a good idea to start small. See how your body feels. Listen to what it's telling you. You could begin with just a teaspoon of sea moss gel in your smoothie and go from there. It's not about making drastic changes overnight, but about exploring new ways to support your well-being. This could be a really cool addition to your healthy lifestyle journey. One really important thing to remember is to choose good quality sea moss. Look for suppliers who are transparent about where their sea moss comes from and how it's harvested. You want to make sure you're getting wild-crafted, sustainably sourced sea moss, if possible. This ensures it's clean, potent, and harvested in a way that doesn't harm the ocean environment. Doing a little research to find trusted brands or local sellers can make a big difference in the quality of the product you're getting. It's worth that extra step. Ultimately, exploring something like sea moss is all about connecting with the natural world and discovering the amazing things it offers. It's a reminder that health and wellness can be simple and come from the earth itself. So, I encourage you to dive in, do a little exploring, and see if sea moss is something that resonates with you. It's just one more way we can try to live a little better, a little healthier, and a little more in tune with the planet. Go on, your sea moss adventure awaits. You never know what amazing discoveries you'll make.